So me and Audrey just got home from breakfast.
Hi.
And the coolest thing happened. To Gingium, thank you for your videos. If you remembered, I was talking about how I needed one of these, and I guess someone knows where I live, and they dropped it off. Kind of creepy that they know where I live, but it's really, really awesome. And you didn't have to do this at all. Ooh, it actually is a creeper. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Pasha. We will definitely be using this, and we will definitely help you with your 350Z. That's really, really cool, and just a little bit creepy. It's a little less creepy, but it's really cool. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is sweet. It's a stool and a creeper all at the same time. So yet again, thank you to the person who dropped this off to me. It's so sweet. It's gonna be so awesome, and we're gonna use it a lot. But today we are gonna be making the Rally Miata look awesome, and we're gonna make it so I don't destroy something while off-roading it. We're doing that with these. This is a lower and upper bash bar from Zerek Fabrication. These things are pretty sweet. They're going to look awesome. I do have to say I was a little disappointed. They took like 4 weeks to get here, and the paint is already chipping off. So that kind of upsets me, but they're still gonna look sweet, so let's get it on here. We are also going to take some time to trim the under tray a bit to help our approach angle, although this lower bash bar is probably going to destroy the approach angle. I will explain that in just a second, but also this lower bash bar actually bolts into where the tow hooks bolt in, and you can see it actually comes with tow hooks welded in, so interesting. It's pretty cool. So those tow hooks and that license plate mount that we put on, yeah, we're taking that off. So that was completely pointless, but good thing both those things were free. We're going to start by trimming the under tray, and then we can take the upper part of the front bumper off, and then we can put the bash bars on, and it should be all good. Excuse my douche glasses. I was wearing them because it's so bright. The unfortunate part is that this stuff is pretty dang thick, but I guess it's aluminum, so shouldn't be too bad. I can't say it's the prettiest cut, but it is a cut nonetheless. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up, grind it down a bit, and just make it look a little bit better. And then we can get to installing the bash bars. All right, so the under tray is cut and looking all good. I might be able to use this for something down the line, who knows? It is now time to start installing these. I am going to put the upper one on first. In order to do that, I'm going to take the front bumper off. It'll give us some more working room, and it should make it a little bit easier. It's really easy, 2 bolts on the top, and 1 bolt on each fender. There's mud all over it. One month later, and we are still shedding mud. starting to rain, so I'm gonna pull the car in a little bit so we can work in the dry because I have to paint some stuff, so. Alright, that is all painted up. Looking good. No more tow hooks or anything. Nice and bare. I actually kind of like it. These stock bolts just aren't quite long enough. They only thread in like 1 or 2 threads, and since we're gonna be using these to protect our car, we want it to be sturdy. So we're gonna go get some longer bolts so we can actually bolt it all the way into the car. All right, we got the bolts. Let's go ahead and bolt this in. Well, that hole definitely does not line up. Boom. And the upper bash bar is on. Couldn't get this one hole in. I could have drilled it out, but nah. So let's go ahead and get the second one on. So that makes me really, really mad. No matter which way you put it, one side is always about ½ an inch off. Like, come on, I paid almost $500 for both of these. This one fit most of the way. This one doesn't fit at all. They were super late and the paint came chipped. So I'm gonna have to widen all those holes by quite a bit. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do, but I'll try to figure it out. But yeah, this definitely pisses me off. After an hour of drilling, sanding, and forcing, this is what we're left with. That hole is like really far off, so I'm not even trying to save it. I'm just trying to get it into those 2 holes. So I went at it with a larger drill bit, and then I went at it with the Dremel. So hopefully that's big enough. So thankfully we were able to get 2 bolts on each side, which I think is enough to hold it. Let's test. Yep, that's good. I think that looks pretty sweet, although with this lighting you can't really tell too much. So let's go ahead and put on the top of the bumper again, and yeah.
I can tell you, I can't speak.
They're like flush with each other, which is crazy. My gosh. Alright guys, so there are the front bash bars. I think they look pretty awesome. At first I was a little disappointed because, well, they're pretty small. Part of me wanted these bash bars that stuck out really far and looked really super aggressive, but these will be a lot more practical because it really didn't ruin my approach angle much at all. Some of you might be wondering, what is approach angle? Pretty much when you're off-roading and you're approaching either an ascent or descent. Here's your car and here's the ascent. You know, you're trying to go up the hill. Pretty much if you have a really low hanging bumper, then your bumper will hit the hill before your wheels hit the hill, and therefore you can't get up the hill. That is having a bad ascent angle. Having a good ascent angle means that your wheels are like the lowest and farthest thing on in the front, so when you're approaching an ascent, your wheels hit the hill before your bumper hits the hill, and thus you can just go up the hill. For instance, that one time we were off-roading the last time, and there was that big crevice, I was able to just go over the crevice without scraping my bumper because I had a good approach angle. Putting on the under tray ruined the approach angle because it stuck the bumper lower and farther out. So if I came to the same little crevice, then the bumper would have bottomed out and I wouldn't have been able to get over it without ruining something. That wasn't a very good explanation of approach angle, but hopefully you guys understand it. You off-road people in the comment sections can explain approach angle and I might pin it or something, but hopefully you at least understand what it means. But since those bash bars are small enough and tucked far enough back, it doesn't ruin our approach angle too much. It's still not as good as it was without anything there, but, well, it's not too bad and I won't destroy something. And I think it looks pretty good. It still keeps like the Miata look. And now we have 2 tow hooks, and these should be big enough to actually put something in, and I mean, oh yeah, this thing's sturdy. Tomorrow, the plan is to build a sort of plate that starts on the under tray and wraps itself around up to the front upper bash bar. Kind of like what you see in the front of trophy trucks. That will protect the radiator, allow us to mount some lights on it, and it'll look sweet. If the rain calms down a little bit, then we can go out and get some sick shots, otherwise we're stuck in here. But damn, does that look good. Also, I emailed the company about the chip and paint and the not fitting bash bar, and they asked me to take some pictures of the car, so it is time to release my inner photographer. Alright, I took all the pictures. Let me show you guys now. Right there on the tow hook, right there. All that damage along there. A little bit of damage there. All that damage right there. There's a little bit of damage on the underside of it, but I think that was from when I was drilling the holes out on the cement. There's also some on the upper bash bar right there. And none of that damage was from me. It was all out of the box. It was already on there. I'm guessing most of it happened during shipping, but I feel like a good powder coating job shouldn't get that damaged that easily. Also, if they would have packed it safer, that shouldn't have happened. But like I said, I'm not trying to be like a little brat that expects his stuff to be perfect, but I expect it to at least fit and not have damage everywhere. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today. Hopefully you did enjoy. I think the bash bars look really awesome and they're going to be doing a good job at protecting the underside of the car, or the front side of the car. I did hear back from the company about all the damage and whatnot, and they are taking care of me, so that's pretty cool. But yeah guys, hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button, and if you are new, please consider subscribing. We're so close to 200,000 subscribers. 1,000 more, that's all we need. Can we get 1,000 in one day? Probably not, but share the video. I totally appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.